New from Lionsgate is the 4K UHD of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, starring Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. I do love Cage. I love when he gets to show everything that he can do and do so uniquely, and he does so in this movie as he runs through a lot of his familiar characters and famous portrayals that he had throughout his career.
You're in an untenable situation. You know that, right?
He is being himself. It's a caricatured version of Cage, a man who is at the edge, who feels as if his career has just ran away. He can't get it back on track to where it once was. Everything he tries seems to fail. He is estranged from his daughter. His ex-wife and him don't really get on. He is kind of lost in his own little bubble.
All right, everybody, gather around the piano. Hoo-ha! It's showtime, folks.
What's he do?
But he needs cash, and unfortunately he has to take a rather demeaning job, and that is to go to a superfan's home for the weekend for a pay of $1 million, which he reluctantly has to do. When he gets there, he discovers Javi, played by Pedro Pascal, who is wonderful in this role as a super fan of Cage.
Is it too much? Trippy.
But then there is the crux of the story when the CIA come into it and inform Cage that Javi may not be a squeaky clean guy. He could be a bad guy and they need his help to possibly bring him down. That's about the only part of the movie that really kind of takes it into a more formulaic aspect of the storytelling, but it's basically just Javi and Cage together, kind of bonding, realising they've got very similar tastes in movies. They both love Nick Cage, which is a big plus for Cage himself. You get to see the two of them just bond, have fun, and do some crazy things, where it's on LSD and just driving through the countryside and being super paranoid. It's so endearing and so fun. It's the partnership of these two characters that just shines throughout the movie, and they are absolutely wonderful together. Now Cage, I think, really gets to hit the mark here because he throws homages to all kinds of his sort of bigger roles throughout the years, because Javi is such a huge Cage fan. There's certain aspects and props brought in later on that are just super fun as well.
Nick Cage.
We also get the inclusion of a younger Nicholas Coppola, which is a kind of de-aged Cage who is simply wonderful, who shows up to berate, beat up, and just scream stuff like this.
You're Nick fucking... Cage!
Isn't that just perfect? It's the most wonderful Cageism that I always wanted. It's like a mantra for this movie, and I just think it's perfect. What I love particularly about this is the way that it kind of, for the most part, aimlessly just moves through this character struggling to deal with the way his world is. There's even a part where they're trying to discover a movie to work on together, and they're commenting on the movie they're actually in and how they're going to have to force a sort of action set piece into the third act before they force an action set piece into the third act, which, you know, takes the meta levels onwards and onwards. But I kind of like that aspect to the film.
The cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
You love Caligari? I love Caligari. Wow.
But it's all about whether you're a Nick Cage fan or not. If you are, you're probably going to love this. It's funny, it's endearing. It does have some really good emotional moments as well. It's got some nice rounded story threads as well, whether it be with the daughter, his wife, Javi, his movie making career. It's fantastic. It's strange and unusual. It's very different. And I think that's why it needs to be applauded, checked out and enjoyed, because it's so much fun.
Exactly.
The fuck are you talking about?
almost everything in this movie works, I think, in my eyes, the way it wraps up all the stories. But the driving force behind it is the wonderful pairing of Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal, who need to be in every movie from now on. They're just so wonderful together. And just seeing them kind of bounce off each other was an absolute joy. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Brilliant. Really good. A film that I was a little bit wary. Could have gone either way. Really enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. The 4K looks amazing. One that I would suggest checking out. I'd love to know your thoughts on The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on it. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff if you're interested. And of course, in the comment box below, the description box, there is a link to the Patreon or the membership program if you want to join this channel and really help me out. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.